We're knocking on the door of the month of May, but it's cold and windy. Got a fire going in the greenhouse. I was going to pick some greens for supper. You know, this giant Swiss chard, the stem is very celery-like. See how it's got the deep groove in it? And we use it like celery. It's got a little different flavor, and it's not stringy like celery, so in a lot of ways we like it better. But we fill it with hummus and cream cheese and stuff like that. Yeah. And then we use those big leaves for all kinds of things. This is a great plant. As you can see, Mama's been clipping the heck out of it. He's over there doing some damage to the beets.
These are nice beet greens.
They are.
They actually add a nice flavor to the green mixture.
Yeah, they do. Yep. Really good. When we have the garden outside, we'll probably grow some actual beets. But in here, we just grow them for the greens. They're really good. Very nutritious. Oh, Mama's got her harvest.
I do. That's a batch of greens.
It is.
You know, the only thing in our supper tonight that we didn't grow is the pork and the onions and the meatloaf.
Well, we have onions growing.
Yeah, we'll have them.
Look at that.
Soon.
I'm just thankful Tractor Supply doesn't sell piglets.
Yeah, we got a good batch of greens here.
We do.
I put some aside for the soup tomorrow.
Okay.
But these will be gobbled right up at supper time.
Oh,
These are some of the giant leaves here.
Yeah.
Should be doing rolls with these.
I know.
But we're not ready, so they got to be used.
Yep. Tildy agrees with you.
I hear that.
What do you think, Tail? You like those giant Swiss chard leaves? Do you? Do you? You don't know? Oh, you're getting Frankie excited. You're getting Frankie excited, Tildy. Candid camera. I'm going to post that.
One spaghetti squash left.
That's it?
That's it.
The last squash entirely?
That's the last squash.
Oh, Tildy can check it out.
We got some carrots and potatoes.
Yeah, but we didn't grow those.
Those are store-bought, but yeah, that's our last squash.
The last of the Mohicans right here, folks. Mm-hmm. It's still good and firm.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of plants in the greenhouse, so
we do.
Might be the last one for the spring, but we'll be eating them again by September.
Tildy wants it.
Oh, looks like a melon almost. You want that?
The spaghetti squash is growing like crazy in the greenhouse. I potted them up this morning from the red cups to some big pots because they were getting root bound already. They're going to be good. Yeah, we're going to have a good harvest of those. Oh, they want that. They want the spaghetti squash.
Yeah, you want that?
Frankie wants to bite it.
Is that a funny ball?
I just picked up this trailer load of metal roofing. You can see there's a lot of sheets there, man. It's quite a batch of metal roofing right there. See, I got a call from my sister the other day. They're having an addition put on their house and they had a section torn down. And that's where this metal roofing come off of. Aside from it having some holes in it and having the paint faded, it's in pretty good shape and I'm going to make good use of it. Because all of those trees you're seeing us cut over at the other property, we're going to have all those logs milled into lumber for the new cabin. And the best thing to cover lumber piles with is metal roofing. I'm sharing this with you because there's a lot of people buying sawmills and milling their own lumber because of the ridiculous increase in lumber prices. So if you're going to cover your lumber, you don't want to cover it all with tarps or plastic. There's a lot of moisture in the lumber and you want to have the air blowing through the stack. Okay? So if you can find some old metal roofing, just cover the top of it with it and let the air blow through and it'll dry properly. Because otherwise, you're going to trap all that moisture in there and you're going to get a lot of mildew in your lumber. Well, we're going to be milling a lot of lumber. Now we got a lot of metal to cover it with, and that's just perfect.
He's got the whole man glitter thing going on. So we're gonna cable that one off?
I think so. It's standing straight, but most of the branches are on that side of it. And I'd like to drop it over there because that's where the brush piles are, make it easier. We got a little bit of a breeze coming off the mountain, so let's just give it a little nudge as it come along, but I think it'll be worth it. Just want to give it a little nudge. I'd rather it go that way than that way. That's going to be a nice log. And we got nice straight log there with no taper. And it's a good diameter for a ceiling joist. Okay, so if we want to use it for that. Then over here it splits into two that are nice and straight too. You know, for short run ceiling joists for, you know, like a bathroom or whatever. So that's a good log. Well, we've been making some pretty good progress with the tree cutting, getting a lot done, keeping it cleaned up as we go along. But I got to switch focus over to the front of the property now, and I'm going to start working on the driveway. I'm going to get some deliveries of gravel this week, and I'll show you what else I got going on. I'm going to start working on the driveway, bringing it in. I've got some muddy areas to contend with, but I want to get the driveway all the way up behind the tractor about another 150 feet. I'd like to get that done, and then I'm grubbing out this area here. I still have a stump to pull, and then I'm going to pull the topsoil out and get some good gravel packed in there, and I'm going to put the shed right there, and that'll be good. So I'll be working on this for the next couple of weeks probably, and then we'll get back to the tree cutting. Got a lot to do. Well, it's been a while since I've done a Q&A, but the questions don't stop coming in. In fact, I get flooded with questions following every upload, and now I just stockpile them for a rainy day. And it's raining today, so I'm going to get right to it. Okay, question number 1. How come you don't do any more Q&As? I'm not kidding you. That was a question, and I just answered it. All right, now ever since I announced that we're going to be building a new homestead, this question has been flooding my inbox. Are you going to have gardens? Are you going to build a new greenhouse at the new home site? The answer is absolutely. I will never be without a greenhouse now. I'm hoping to build a small greenhouse attached to the cabin, more for the enjoyment and the ambiance of it. So to have that little escape in the wintertime, have that little blast of warmth and sunshine. Probably just grow more flowers and a few things in there. Have a sitting area where you can seat 4 people and just go in there and have a coffee or a cocktail or whatever. Then we are going to have a lot more gardens, more garden space, because we're on the right side of the slope for once. We got southern exposure from sunrise to sunset, and it's just fantastic. So we're going to have lots of gardens. We're also going to be growing a lot of our own herbs because we will be reopening the spice business like I talked about. And we will probably have multiple greenhouses there. So there's a lot of plans in the works. Yeah, but we will never be without a greenhouse ever again. Are you going to take the Kitchen Queen out of the camp now that they stopped making the 380? I don't know why they did that. This Kitchen Queen 380 is perfect for our needs. It heats this whole place, no problem at all, and it's a wonderful cooker. How many wonderful, beautiful, picture-perfect meals have you seen come out of this thing over the years, huh? This thing is fabulous. And Kitchen Queen stopped making that. They make I think it's called a 550 now, and they put all kinds of changes into the design, and they totally ruined the stove. So I reached out to the Amish guy that I bought this off of, and I said, hey, is there any chance you can get your hands on a Kitchen Queen 380? And he says, well, I have one in stock. So I bought it. I bought that stove. I just got to go pick it up. The only thing is it doesn't have the glass fire door, but I'm just going to swap the doors out. I'll leave this stove here, put the brand new one in the new house, and put the glass door on it. Yeah, wonderful stove. Why did you change the music in the intro of your vlogs? I'm always getting hit with copyright claims on YouTube. Now, I am licensed for all of the music that I use, but copyright claims come, it locks up my income, and then I have to dispute it, which is a big hassle. And the song that I had in my intro, I have license for it, but if a copyright claim comes up, I'm going to get a copyright claim on 97 of my videos. Not only will that be a big stressful hassle to deal with, it's going to rob me of my income for a while. I can't afford that. So I switched the song to something that I found in the YouTube library. I don't like it as much, but I had to make the change because of all the hassles behind the scenes that you folks don't know anything about. Now, this is a question that comes in quite a bit because you saw us building that chicken coop last year, and then it went to a halt. Well, it went to a halt because when I was building it, OSB board that I was going to put on the inside was $7 a sheet, and then it went up to $18 a sheet. And we were facing winter anyway, which isn't a good time to get chicks, so I just said, to heck with it, I'll finish the coop when the price goes down. Well, it hasn't gone down. I continue to go up. It's about $40 a sheet now, and we decided not to get chicks. That plan went awry when Mama was down at Tractor Supply, and she's looking at all the little peeps, you know, and she saw that the little pullets went down to $1 each, and she bought some. She got some ISO browns, I think, and some barred rocks. So we're going to have chickens now, and I'm just going to finish the inside of the coop in a little more of a temporary manner than before. But we will have chickens, thanks to Mama. A lot of my subscribers have reached out over the last few weeks because they knew Frankie had a birthday in April. Now, Frankie recently turned 13. Everybody loves Frankie, and they like to send him stuff. I can't blame you. And I said that I would get back to you, and I'm sorry for the delay on that. I kind of put a halt to people sending packages to the kids. And the reason is, a lot of times people will spend the money and then spend for shipping on stuff like tennis balls or treats with artificial colors and flavors and stuff. And I don't like giving the dogs those things. I used to throw tennis balls for Frankie, but then I stopped using tennis balls because you open up a package of tennis balls, open it up and it reeks of toxins. There's so many chemicals in those things, and I don't want that in his mouth because they're not made as dog treats, as dog toys. They're made for a tennis court. So I just stopped using stuff like that. And I don't want you to waste your money. So that's why I had created that Friends of Frankie and the Boss page. There's a link to that in the description below. That way you can buy Frankie and Tildy a cookie. and that money is used for their treats, and the surplus is used towards their health care. So when people spend a couple dollars on the kids, it is used for the kids, rather than you taking your time and shop and buy stuff and then pay shipping on stuff that they'll never be given. This is a much better route to take. There's one more thing in the video that I posted a while ago about the solar, and I told you about a book that was recommended to me from a lot of people. This is Mobile Solar Power Made Easy. And I spoke of the book and I said that I wanted to buy it. Well, one of my subscribers sent me the book. He bought the book. And he also sent me this one here, Solar and 12-Volt Power for Beginners. Now that's speaking my language right there. And then another one, Off-Grid Solar Power Simplified. That's speaking my language as well. So thank you, Jeffrey, for sending these books. I haven't had time to read them yet, but I will. And these will help me upgrade my system, because what I have needs upgrading. All right, I'm just kind of a hacker. I put it together, it works, and then I moved on to something else. But I do need to make it a little bit safer than I have it. All right, folks, so that is it for now. Keep the questions coming, and I will stockpile them for the next rainy day. All the best to you, and God bless.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go, there's a pokey way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end, Frankie and the boss, Frankie and the boss, Frankie and the boss.